Hi, I'm Ranger Sam, and today we're going to be looking at wildflowers. And the types of wildflowers we will be looking at are spring ephemeral wildflowers. These are flowers that grow in the springtime. They will bloom and go to seed all in the springtime before a lot of other species have started to grow. And these ephemeral wildflowers are taking advantage of more sunlight. In the springtime, the trees above our heads don't quite have a full canopy, and they haven't grown their leaves that would shade the forest floor. So these wildflowers are able to grow and go to seed before that shade occurs. This is a really special adaptation that is very unique to wildflowers that happen during the springtime. So here we have the Virginia bluebell. The Virginia bluebell starts off with this really nice pink color, and it progresses into its mature flower as this kind of light blue. The shape of this flower attracts larger pollinators. So pollinators like bumblebees and butterflies really like this flower because they're able to actually get to the nectar and pollinate at the same time, where some of the smaller pollinators aren't quite able to do that. So when you're in a field of bluebells like we have here, sometimes you'll see a lot of these bumblebees and butterflies. Butterflies in particular like to land right on the edge of the flower, and they're able to put their mouth parts into the flower to harvest nectar. Virginia bluebells grow in very large colonies. So when you find one Virginia bluebell, it's very likely that you're going to find a nice sea of blue all around you. And we're really lucky to have Virginia bluebells in our parks, and they provide such a nice view. Here we have the golden ragwort. The golden ragwort is in the same family as sunflowers and daisies, and it's easy to identify by its bright yellow flower and its reddish stem. This flower can be found in forest habitats, on the edges of creeks, and as we can see here in Harrison Hills Park, in a wetland area as well. So what we're looking at here is called mayapple. And mayapple is a wildflower, but all we're looking at here are its leaves before it goes to flower. These are easy to identify because they almost look like little umbrellas on the forest floor. When they do develop wildflowers, the flowers are white and sometimes kind of a rosy pink, and the flowers will come right out of the top of this leaf system. The mayapple can be easily found in areas with very loamy soil. So loam is a word that describes soil that is very rich and it doesn't have a lot of clay in the soil. So it's more of a topsoil, kind of a fluffy type of soil. And mayapple really thrives in that type of soil. So it's typically found in dense forests with a very loamy understory, but it can also be found in open sunlight on the edge of the trail that we have here as well. Here we have spring beauty. Spring beauty has a tendency to grow in large colonies and really blanket the environment it's in. And as we can see here, it even grows in mowed grassy fields. So spring beauty we can find on the edge of a trail, and we can find out in the open. What's unique about spring beauty is it is one of the first wildflowers to bloom in the springtime. So it blooms early in the season and becomes an opportunity for certain pollinators to feed on its nectar before anything else is out. So pollinators really rely on this flower early on in the season. If you look closely at the flower, you will see that it has really pretty pink streaks going towards the center of the flower where the nectar is. So it really draws pollinators in and gives them a tasty treat. Thanks for joining me today to explore some of our spring ephemeral wildflowers. They are a rare treat to see out in nature because they're out for such a short amount of time. When you are out in nature and you see some of these neat wildflowers, I encourage you to leave them where they are so other people can experience them too.